NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Looking for Sky Moore that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, man, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Williams going to get it again on second down. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Wilson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On play action, it's Mahomes. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration, because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Denver, and even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Finding Williams on the check down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nick Bolton, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DJ Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Butker's kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. This is caught by Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Tempo. One left.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Jerry Judy, 79 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. They go play action now. Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Hardman on the return. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. But with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips now for the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. Williams brings it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's good for the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And